What's going on, guys? As you just saw, we got a brand new windshield put back into the MR2. This morning I got here and I cleaned off the dash, just took an air blower and got all the dust out from in between all the fibers from when we went and flocked it, and the dash cleaned up really nice. And then I also went ahead and spray painted the front side of the bars on the roll cage right there, so that we don't have to worry about doing that later now that the windshield's in there. But yeah, they just came and got the windshield installed and looks way better now. It's starting to look like a car again. And today we actually got a very important package in the mail for the MR2. So the ice cream cruise is this weekend. Tomorrow is Friday and we have to leave by tomorrow. And I do not plan on getting the MR2 ready to race, but I would at least like to bring it down and have it running and driving and have a good bass tune on the car. So what we're gonna be doing today is right in here, we got a brand new harness from Wireworks, and we're gonna go ahead and unbox this real quick and show you what we got. First bag, we have a relay and fuse box. And then this has all the plugs to integrate it with the rest of the harness and everything like that. Pop this guy off. Check those out. We got all our relays and fuses. It looks like that's in a nice little weatherproof box right there. So I'm sure you could mount this wherever and that will be safe. So we got that guy. And then right here, we have a switch panel for the dash, because I'm going to be running all the accessories and everything off of a switch panel. For the most part, I'm probably going to get rid of the key ignition and stuff like that and just go to a push to start button. And then we can just run our fuel pump and whatever accessories we need off of this switch panel right here. And this will tie into our fuse and relay box. Came with extra wiring and pins for that as well. And then the main bag right here, we have ourselves a whole new tucked harness from Wireworks, and they made this custom to my MR2. Which was awesome. So there's some plugs on here that are specific for the Quay sequential transmission. We have an extra set of plugs for the injectors to run the 8 injectors. We have a different speed sensor for that transmission, so we have a custom plug for that as well. And then I gave them all my links and everything where I plan on mounting the ECU, stuff like that. And then they got it all ran custom length. But that is our new harness for the MR2 from Wireworks. So huge shout out to them. Cannot thank them enough for hooking us up with this harness. It's going to clean up the engine bay a lot and then make our wiring a lot less of a headache, because they went ahead and took care of a lot of the hard stuff. And Brent is going to be helping me today as well, because I feel like Brent is a lot better at wiring than I am. And
well, not
I've never been super confident when I'm wiring a car, and Brent has some extra time, so he's going to help me knock this thing out so we can get it ready for ice cream cruise. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to go ahead and start getting this installed into the car. We did already get the factory harness that I had in there out of there, so we're ready to start putting this guy in there. And then I also did get some oil for it, because we're still running it on the cheap auto parts store oil just to help break in the motor. That's when we went and drove it to the gas station, and we did put a few amount of miles on that oil, and we're ready to drain that out and switch over to our race oil. We're going to be using Schaefer's 20 weight 50. That's what I use in a lot of them. And then one last thing, we did get this package in the mail from a fan, and he sent us some hot sauces. So these are pretty cool. Sent us a whole little box of them. And you want to go ahead and pull some of those out. We got a little note right here.
It's actually from like the guy that makes it.
Yeah. Yeah, he made these himself, I believe.
Was it Pex Peppers?
Oh, yeah, Pex Peppers. It says, Peppers. Hey Boosted Boys, I thought your meals could use some boost, so I sent you some bottled turbos. Thanks for all the entertainment. The minivan needs to make a comeback.
Yeah,
yes,
it does.
Yes, it does.
In due time. But thank you for the hot sauce. I'm sure Amelia will use them for something.
I'm about to go get some naked wings so I could just use them.
So yeah, we got some hot sauce, we got some oil and a new harness, and we're ready to start getting this thing together.
Hey Brent, why don't you open one of these up and try it?
What dog?
Come on, man.
What dog? I'll try it too.
I think the green one's probably going to be the
mild, medium. Oh, these are both the same amount of spicy. Yeah. 3 out of 10 spicy, 3 out of 10 spicy.
Crack one open, bro.
All right. Which one should
I'll try it. Both.
Yes, red.
Ooh, you can smell it. That has some spice in there.
Oh, put it right in my nose.
In your nose. Like no one saw, but that whole thing was just inside.
It smells good though.
It does.
It doesn't smell spicy. Right with the oil, you know, nice and greasy hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's a little
Flavor?
spicy.
Oh, that's good.
But if that's only 3
We
out
need
of
the
10,
chips.
It's only
if that's
3 out
only
of
3 out of 10 spicy, I can only imagine what
Yeah, more
the
than
spicy
that.
one is, because that's a pretty spicy.
She's gonna be tucked.
Tucked up.
All right, we got all the sensors and stuff plugged in on the engine bay and everything like that, and we just ran the harness through this guy right here, and we're just trying to get everything all figured out. Brent is covered in a mess of wiring.
That's cool.
But we did get it all sorted. It looks complicated, but it's very simple.
It's actually super simple.
Yeah, everything is super plug and play,
Yeah.
super easy. Literally all we have to do is just give these posts right here power and ground. There was an optional piece that was supposed to come with the kit that they just forgot, but it's no big deal. We can easily run the power and ground needed to go to this little fuse box right here. But just to test it, we just hooked up these alligator clips to the battery, just to kind of check it all. The harness even came with a plug that goes straight into our dash and everything like that.
Yeah.
So now when you grab our switch panel, we got it all plugged in. This is main power. So flip that guy, then that turns on the car. That's like you turn the ignition on, and you can see our dash comes on. ECU is powered up. This one right here, we just kind of twisted the wire on right now temporarily just to check that the fuel pump is working. So that's working. The harness came with a whole new wire for the starter and everything like that, so you can push the starter and we have power to the starter.
Perfect.
So
Easy
we
enough.
got her all figured out. Yeah, this is the main power, so even if all these switches were on, when this one shuts off, the whole car powers down. So yeah, that's really
our
nice.
main. It's nice, super nice.
Yep, so this will be able to mount up nice like right in here once we get all this stuff back in. But yeah, so right now we just need to go ahead and start cleaning stuff up and getting everything ran where it needs to go.
That's it.
And find a home for everything and mount it up, zip tie stuff together,
Easy.
tuck it out of the way, and we're ready to go.
It's rad.
So yeah,
It's so
super fast and simple to go together.
It'd be a little work, and it's not.
No, it's already, we literally could just mount all this stuff up right now and start it just like how I was. And now it's all ran off relays and fuses, so it's nice and safe and not sketched like how I had it.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
we're ready to go.
This is wicked cool.
Oh yeah, this harness is awesome. So huge shout out to Wireworks.
Good job.
100% plug and play. It's made it really easy. All right, guys, we've been working on the MR2 for the last couple hours. We got a whole bunch of stuff knocked out on it, and right now we are getting ready to fire it up with the new wiring harness and everything for the first time. We also got a whole bunch done in the engine bay that we didn't mention earlier. We were missing a whole bunch of clamps on our charge pipes. We got all of the intercooler pipes bead rolled. We didn't have any lines going to the wastegates, got all that done. We had plugs missing from the gates. Those are done. We still need to do wastegate dumps here soon, but for right now, we're just gonna leave those off. We got lines going to the blow-off valve. We got all the plugs and sensors plugged in for the harness, and this harness looks really nice. Everything's nice and tucked. We'll get our nice little K-tune plate to cover this up, but everything in the engine bay is just about ready. We still are going to be pulling off the factory oil pressure sensor, and then we're going to be putting on a oil line back there to run it to an AEM sensor, so we'll be able to log the oil pressure. We got the wideband hooked up and wired into our switch panel, stuff like that. You can see all of our injectors have all their plugs, and for right now we are going to only be running one set of injectors, but we still have the plugs for all of them for when the time comes to really turn this thing up. But yeah, she is coming along, so let me take you guys inside the car real quick. And here in a second, we're gonna try to fire it, but this is what we got. So I have the center console and everything put back together in the car. The harness for right now is running right through here, and the ECU is tucked in between the seat. We just have to find a good mounting location for it. And then the switch panel is working 100% right now. So like we showed you before, main power right there. And then we have our dash coming on. And then we have our fuel pump, which is working. And then this switch right here for right now, I just wired this to our wideband. We just butt connected that in right there because we had a couple extra spots to run a quick wideband just to get a quick bass tune on this thing. So when I flip that switch, wideband comes on, starts heating up, and then the engine start does work. I'm not gonna crank it over just yet. But yeah, all that's left now is just to try to start this thing up. I also did add this factory piece right here with the vents and stuff. So this is where the stock radio was. I think the switches will look good like down here, something like that, but we still gotta mount them up. And I guess now the only thing to do is see if she starts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold this for me because
Hold this real quick.
they're still sitting floppy. All right. Oh,
I got it.
got her.
Yep. Woo, fired right out there.
Woo!
Better than it ever has.
Oh, we are rich. Look how rich we are.
All the rich.
All the fuel.
We're so rich.
It won't even run, it's so freaking rich. Yeah, it died. She needs some fuel pulled out of her. Hey, she's working though.
The wiring worked.
Hell yeah.
We did something right.
Good job.
Thanks, Wireworks.
Yeah, they did a really good job on that. That was
awesome.
sweet.
It was fun to put in.
Yeah, huge shout out to Brent for helping me out with that.
Oh, that was awesome.
And Emilio and Jamie knocked out the engine bay stuff. So
We're good to go.
she's getting close. So yeah, right now we're getting ready to go lift it up in the air so we can get an oil change done and then add that oil pressure sensor like I was talking about earlier. And then I think we might be able to put this thing on the dyno tonight. See what she does, get a quick little base tune on her. We might just run this thing on gate pressure and see what that does.
Yeah.
So kind of nervous, but we still have like a good hour before that's gonna happen.
Oh, man.
But
I'm not
yeah,
nervous.
Brent's not nervous.
I'm excited.
Getting her all topped off and she'll be ready.
Oh, got the lights working too? You know it's getting real now, it's on the dyno.
Well guys, the MR2 is on the dyno. Unfortunately, we are not able to dyno it tonight because we are past our curfew, so we can't make too much noise. We still got to get it strapped down and stuff, but we're going to be doing that in the morning and just go from there. So we'll show up bright and early and
So pumped.
start tuning on her for the first time.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's going to make her first amount of boost, hopefully, and we'll just see how it goes. So we do just have it on wastegate pressure right now. No sort of boost controller or anything like that. And we are going to keep it at a very low tune.
Yeah, whatever
Just
the gates.
see what happens.
See
Yep.
how it is.
We won't really know how it's going to act till we get
Yeah.
it going.
Not at all. But,
So I'm excited.
well, we know it's gonna kick ass. We know that.
Yep.
You gonna be able to sleep tonight, bro?
Yeah, I'll sleep. It's gonna make me sleep better, so I can get up in the morning.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Smelling.
Yep.
Wicked. It turned out really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. That harness
In
is
person, it looks
badass.
Really, really
Do you have
good.
a pink setting for this? For
I
the valve
have,
cover?
I have a pink setting for that.
All right.
Make it match the valve cover.
We have to.
Hell yeah. Harness is in though. It's all ready to go. Dash comes on. We still have to program that. Got our wideband set up. The switch panel is working awesome. So super pumped. But guys, we're gonna be continuing this video tomorrow, and hopefully the MR2 will be making her first amount of boost. And yeah, so we'll see you guys in the morning, which is right now. It is the next morning. We got the MR2 all strapped down and we are ready to try to make some pulls. We did have to do a couple things to it this morning. There was this piece that goes into the Quay sequential transmission right there for the neutral and reverse like lockout. It's that little lever that's on the shift handle. That wasn't on there, and I wanted to get that on there, but I had to notch this motor mount, so I went ahead and got that motor mount off this morning and notched it, so now this guy fits. And now when you're downshifting, you don't have to worry about accidentally slamming reverse while you're going forward, because now the safety is there. And that is done. We had to add a vacuum line to the regulator. That's all good to go. And then I also did fab up a little quick wastegate dump just to kind of aim this one down and out of the way, because it was aiming at these oil lines right here. So that one is done and ready to go. This one still needs one as well, but it's really far from anything, so that's not gonna hurt anything. But yeah, Brent's inside right now. He got a little base calibration set up on it. It's running a lot better now. It was really rich at idle, so that's all taken care of. And yeah, we're ready to start rolling the car and see what she does. Sounds like it's driving a little better.
It's awesome. This thing, it sounds like it's just gonna fly.
She just had way too much fuel, huh?
Yeah.
All the way through.
So we're here building a boost comp map right now. So it looks kind of silly, weird, but it's gonna be awesome.
you think after you do your corrections right now, try a little baby pull?
Yep.
Ready for it?
I want to make a baby pull.
It didn't make any boost right there, did it?
No.
Technically?
It might have made a pound, honestly. I was kind of like...
You were just feeling it?
Yeah. I want to see what the fuel would do. And it looks like it's going to be awesome, so... What did it sound like out there?
It sounded good. It sounded like it was...
It's like, connect.
Yeah,
Connect.
it's just in gear.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's ready to go.
These trains are super easy to drive, too.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Just gotta... So we get the gear counter, we just doing it in the
Yeah,
head.
we need to get an indicator on the dash set up. That'll be sweet. The Wireworks harness came with the plug for the indicator. We just got to get the sensor ordered. All right, guys, this is going to be the first pull attempting to make boost in the MR2. 222. They did 222. Did it make any boost that time? It had to have made a little bit.
A little bit.
To do 220.
A little bit. Oh, we drove it.
It drove.
It drove and made a little power.
Made 222. So Brent let out really early on that one because it was starting to go lean. We took too much fuel out, which is all right. It definitely had way too much in it when we started, but that was a very low RPM pull. It was just crossing over into VTEC right here, and then he let out. And right now he's actually downloading a program that lets us view the logs with the AEM. It is a separate program that we have to download so we can actually log like how much boost it was making and stuff like that. So he's downloading that right now, and then gonna put some more fuel in her and keep going. You can see the log now?
Yep.
Did she make anything?
Yeah, you can see I revved it to 6,900 RPM. And I made 3.4 pounds of boost.
3.4 pounds?
Yes, sir.
It's her first boost.
That's our first boost.
3.4 pounds.
Yep. So we got some soft springs in it, obviously. But everything's working.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 5-pound springs.
Yeah, that makes sense then. So we're just going to keep working on it. So it's probably going to make 4 to 5 pounds on the full rip.
It's fine with
See
me.
what it makes, yeah.
And once we throw a solenoid on there,
yeah, and then it's just
close them off to the moon.
To the moon.
I'm excited. She sounds good.
Yeah, it feels really solid in here too when I'm shooting. Like, oh, it just wants to go. 238. Little by little. Little by little.
3.7.
3.7, yeah.
4.1.
4.1 was our high. But I'm still fat, so
Still fat.
keep trimming her.
I think she might need a solenoid.
Yeah,
They're not going to be happy with 230.
that's what it made.
238.
We'll keep working on it. Just the start. I know Kyle's not gonna be happy with 238.
Yeah, I'm like, we need at least like 350.
Boys ain't gonna be happy.
350 to 400. I might go ahead and start working on getting a solenoid on there real quick, because with the harness, we have the plug for it. It just goes right in, so might as well. It'll be quick. All right, so we pulled the wastegate off, and turns out I just had these little baby things in there. So that's probably why I wasn't making too much. This is literally the smallest spring size you can put in there. This is the 0.3 bar, which is like just over 4 pounds, but I mean, even in your hand, it's like nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. So we're probably blowing the gate open.
Yeah, that's not doing much. But I mean, it did make the 4.1 pounds, so you know it's working right about where it needs to be. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that, because even with the boost controller on there, we're not ever gonna be running that low of boost for any reason. So we're gonna just go ahead and throw like a 10 to 15-ish pound spring in there and see what that does.
Yeah, let's let her eat.
At least eat a little more than 240 horse with that little thing.
It's kind of cute. For like a toy wastegate.
All right, so we just pulled the wastegates off and we got those dinky springs out of there, and then we upgraded the springs in both wastegates. So this spring combination in these should be closer to about 11 to 12 pounds. So we're gonna try this out. And then if that still isn't enough for some reason, we do have the boost controller ready to go if needed. But I think with 10 plus PSI, I'll be really happy with just a good bass tune for right now. But Brent's gonna get her warmed back up and make another pull.
Yeah, I think we needed that spring change.
Yeah, that spring change definitely helped. 9.6 PSI.
Yep.
Oh, peak 10 right there. 10.0.
There was a little 10-ish.
I think when we do the wastegate springs up here, they always do a little bit lower because we're like at elevation.
Yep.
They always make a little less than what they're rated for.
Yep, it bounces 9, 8, 10, so sometimes.
Well, dang. You still have some more adjusting to do to that?
Yep.
It looked way better though.
Yeah, way better.
Started to carry it out. Yeah, look at that line. It's hard to see from here. That one actually carried all the way over.
It was awesome.
Dude, she
It's
sounds
awesome.
good. It spit some sick fireballs. Alright, so that one was 3rd gear, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna do one more in 4th, just to kind of see what the mile an hour goes to, see how it sounds in 4th gear, because it did blow through 3rd gear really quick. It only went to like 92 miles an hour, and it is still on these really small tires. And yeah, we're gonna do a 4th gear pull. He made a couple more adjustments. It might make a little bit more since there's gonna be some more load on it. So we're hoping to maybe crack 400, but either way, I'm really happy with it so far. So we'll see what a 4th gear pull does. That one was 368. It's starting to fall off right here. Went up to 100 and over 150. Oh, 418.
Why did it come up blue?
418. Yeah, we're still confused by how the new dyno stuff works. On the old setup, it used to be red every time, but now it's just a new color.
Damn,
I know.
420, bro.
420, and it carried it out that time. So we just did the one before, it was 368, and the power was starting to fall off. Brent was playing with some of the cam angles on that one, picked up way faster and carried out. Then it looks like he let out a little early. That might have been 3rd still on that one too. It might have been 3rd. I'm not sure. It did 418 though.
Oh, it did?
And carried out flat, yeah.
So it was kind of the angles stuff.
Yeah, it carried out really flat.
I might need to count it again. So we'll take some more cam angle out. Maybe we can keep going.
Yeah, no, that was way better right there. How much boost was that?
Same.
Same, like 10 pounds?
Yeah, we can't change that.
Making 420 at 10 pounds?
Yeah, I'd say pull some more angle out. It seemed to respond a lot.
Yeah, that was 418, so.
Yeah, we didn't get any specs on the cams for angles, or I didn't. So I'm just kind of finding it. And basically what we did here is we took about 20% of angle out on the top end, so I might pull some more. Basically it just changes the overlap and lets more air out. And when we were holding it back, then it rolled over because all the air wasn't leaving.
Starting to like choke it out
Yep.
a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, it looks like it made a big difference though.
Yeah, that is a very flat line. Came right up and held,
Yeah,
so.
feels like it's gonna just get better too.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm happy you did over 400.
Yeah.
418. We're only 2 off.
On the gate. On the soft spring gate. We'll get better.
We need 2 more horsepower.
Okay. We'll work on that.
Get her to 420. 503!
Yeah, that sounded good. I heard that.
I gotta put more fuel in it.
That was 503.
Yeah, that was a good change.
That was a good change right there.
That was a good change.
Is that still the same boost?
Yeah, same boost, bro.
Show me. It's only 10 pounds?
We'll do the whole live shot. Right here.
Save it.
One continuous shot. Just to prove that it didn't flinch nothing. No, I'm working on it now. You gotta figure it out.
It liked that one. You changed the angles more on that, huh?
Yes, I
You could hear it.
That one sounded really smooth.
So, right there, 9.8 pounds.
9.8 pounds.
Exactly.
500 horsepower.
Oh yeah.
The twins work.
Look at us now.
You said they don't even spool that bad.
No, it spools great.
Oh yeah.
Full boost by about 6,000.
That's not bad at all.
Starts spooling around 4,000. So
Hell yeah. You had to let out early because of the fuel, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Exactly what it was.
Yeah, the pull before had to be in third gear then.
Yeah,
That was third before, that's why.
yeah. Must have been.
Yeah, because that one went to 155.
I didn't- I probably just didn't count right.
Yeah, it's hard to count. You just have to count when you pull the shifter.
Yeah.
We need a
You gotta.
we need the indicator.
Soon enough, we'll have it all set. We're just kind of rushing to get to ice cream cruise.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm happy with that though.
me too.
I mean, I don't know if you
9.4
can-
to 9.8 pounds, solid.
But it was
Objective
running away
use, I
pretty
go
bad.
42%, but I need to put some fuel.
That's
in
the
it.
most this car's ever made, right? Because it made
Yeah.
450 something.
The most this car's ever made is 454.
There it is.
So we're up.
And how many pounds was it on before?
It took it 18 pounds on the single one to do 454.
So double.
It took it close to 20 pounds.
So we're cut it in half and making 500.
Yep. That's awesome.
It is pretty cool. It feels really good.
Sounds really good.
So it's gonna get better.
Dang, can't wait till we turn it up.
I know, I'm like,
I got the button.
Double
right
that,
here,
so and that's only 9 pounds. What will it do it at for like what will it do at 25, 30?
It's gonna be eating is what it's gonna be doing.
I'm ready.
Can't keep the tires down.
That's with no dino sauce too.
Yeah, this
banana
is,
sauce.
we're not even sauced up, man. This car's like eating.
So you're just gonna leave it there and give it a whole bunch more fuel?
Well, we can do another rip you want. I'm cool with ripping it.
Yeah, if you want to, go for
I'd like to make
it. Just to know that it's good.
Yeah. Because you get wild bugs sometimes and someone has to get a ride.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit in it. I'm gonna want to do a little pull.
I know. Yeah, I know.
We gotta break it in somehow.
That's exactly how it is. Can't have all this and not use it.
All right, so this red line has to be 5th gear.
Yeah, yeah.
We've come to the conclusion
We did.
because on those little dinky tires at like 85, 8600 RPM,
Yeah.
it's going nearly 160, like 155-ish. So that has to be 5th gear.
Has to be.
Because I did the gearing with that transmission on a 26-inch tall tire at like close to 10,000. It should be a little over 170. So if it's doing that much, like at that low, that has to be 5th.
Has
So
to be 5th.
and then this pull he just did was 4th letting out, so we know that those are the same. We just need to get that indicator.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
kind of hard to tell.
It's getting there though. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, freaking 503.
503.
Not
It's
bad.
gonna get better.
And you still want to do just one more?
I wanna do
Call
one
it good,
more.
make sure the
Make sure
fuel's
it's
good, and then we'll be off.
We'll be off.
Hell yeah.
500 horse with the boost cut in half. Like you said, before it was at 18 pounds to do 450.
450, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good start.
Hell yeah, I'm pumped. Sounds like it's running good too. And the flames look sick. Was it running away again?
It was
Looks
awesome.
good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was awesome.
Call her there
It
then?
was just blapsh.
It sounds so good.
For 9-10 pounds of boost, it's great.
That's really good for only 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's a great start.
Well, we know the twins are working. We obviously saw them work on Todd's car, so we know it works, but
But it's cool to see it working
yeah,
here.
it's reassuring.
Yeah, especially when we were starting at like 370.
Yeah. So we were starting at 240. Crazy how much the cam angle stuff can change the power. That was before 390 to 508.
And yeah, it's just I didn't know which cams these were or where to go, so I cut everything in half and picked it all up. So
Yeah, they are aftermarket
we're
cams.
basically
So
holding in the air probably and choking her out.
hell yeah, though. It's enough to have a little bit of fun
A lot of
for
it.
now. And then we'll bring her back to the dyno later.
Yeah, I mean when
Hook up that other set of injectors.
and add another 1500 of RPM to it.
Yeah, we're cutting her short too.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
I'm excited.
I'm
But
super excited.
we just got to get it broken in, get the car all back together. I want to button some things up before we even take it to the track to try to race it. But
Yeah.
it's a good break-in tune for sure.
Yeah.
Most it's ever made.
Yeah.
Not bad. Only on 10
A
pounds.
little more power than you were even hoping for.
Yeah, I was hoping for like low 400s.
Yeah,
like
just-
high 3s, low 4s.
Just to break it in, and then it was like we just found a window and it just went. So
Yeah, 500.
There she is.
I'm pumped. Well, that concludes our dyno sesh for the MR2. We have to go ahead and get this thing loaded up. Real quick, I'm gonna be throwing the engine lid and trunk on and try to get the front bumper on there just to get it ready to go to the ice cream cruise. But yeah, we are gonna be out there, gonna be bringing the MR2 just to show off. Roman was gonna be coming out with us as well, but he actually had some important stuff come up with his job, so he's actually not gonna be making the trip out with us with the Grinch, unfortunately. But yeah, went really well. She made 516 horsepower on 10 pounds. I can only imagine what it's gonna do with like 20 plus pounds. It's gonna be crazy. Still gotta get some slicks on this thing, get it all set up to go to the track, and we'll go more over that later. But gonna go ahead and get this thing loaded up. Sheep's back. Hey buddy, he's tagged too. Look at his ear. Where you going? Where you going? Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for stopping by. Well guys, that is going to be it for today's video. We are getting ready to load the MR2 up right now. We just got it off the dyno, and check it out guys. We went ahead and got the bumper back on there. We got the trunk and engine cover on there. And as you can see, we have her sitting on some different wheels. These are actually off of Jamie's Neon that he has back at home. He actually usually has these 26s on the front of his car and then the skinnies on the rear. But that car's not running. He let me borrow these, and these are the same exact wheels that I'm going to be running on the car. So this is about what she's gonna look like. His rears are a little wider than what I'm gonna run. These are 10 wides and I only got 8 wides in the back of mine. So they do poke quite a bit, but there she is. She is looking sweet, almost all the way back together. There's just a couple trim pieces missing. And then we do have to raise it up a little in the rear, but trunk is on there, engine cover's on there. She needs a bath, but fresh off the dyno, 516 horsepower on 10 pounds. And we're gonna go ahead and get her loaded up, and we are going to be off to Nebraska. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.